BOF.
BAC.
BOF.
SBLK. BAC. Recording in progress. BAC. BAC. Sophie. SCLX. SCLX. SCLX.
SCLX, Silex announcing FDA final approval to precision dosing for Gloperba.
AMC.
That's Sandy Charlie Lima X-ray, SCLX.
Lucy.
TCGH, TCJH,
Lucy.
TCJH Shenzhen Tomorrow Innovation Core Technology acquired Guji
Lucy.
Technology Strengthening AI Strategic Layout. That's Tango Charlie Juliet Hotel, TCJH.
Lucy.
EMX. BBY.
Okay. Good morning, guys.
SCLX.
Very interesting.
SCLX.
We're also live on the old Zoom
SCLX.
system.
SCLX.
SCLX. SCLX.
Checking if that works well.
Sophie.
As well.
NTNX. NTNX.
All right, make sure you say hello in the chat so I know you're here and who's here.
Lucy.
Sometimes I can't see who's here.
NTNX.
So.
NTNX. QMCO. NTNX.
Lucy.
CLOV.
Lucy.
NTNX. NTNX. NTNX.
Lucy.
Sophie. Mose. NTNX. NTNX.
All right, we'll probably get this all tweaked and working over time here. Eventually. Now, what am I for? Why did that fail out? And then the yes, put the squawk in my ears.
BOF.
Okay, and that's working. That's
SNGX.
good because the other day it was not.
DKNG.
Lucy.
CLOV.
BCDA.
CLOV.
Lucy. Lucy.
DKNG.
SOXS.
Amat. RGS.
Make sure you say hello if you're live in the stream here, if you're in the stream. I don't know if anybody's here if they don't say hello, and I don't know who's here
Knock.
if they don't say hello.
NVDQ.
And if I don't know that anybody's here, I'm gonna waste my time talking about anything. So if you're waiting for me to tell you something, it ain't gonna happen unless you say something. Dustin, hello. Thanks for the live. I'm still trying to learn the why in buying options. The why. Okay, if you could talk through what you're looking at and seeing, I'd appreciate it. Okay, number one, don't buy options. Number one, Dustin, sell them, but don't do that. Also, you need to know what to do. You need to learn,
VOF.
more about options in order to sell them.
VOF.
Hang on, I gotta get rid of some of this. It looks like
VOF.
DJT.
Yeah, so shares trading is
QYLD.
so much better for you because you can take partial exits. The Greeks don't fade around on you. Hello, Rommel. I see you're in the Zoom. How is the Zoom, Rommel? The quality of the video being shared?
IONQ.
Let me know. I'm hoping it's full quality because on the Discord they were saying it was
VOF.
I think blurry and the audio was glitchy.
TCOM. TCOM.
Morning is working good. All right, good. All right, so the Zoom is working, Twitter is running, and YouTube is running. So, Dustin, you have a lot to learn. One of the issues here is you're already presuming what you should be doing.
AMZ.
That's a problem.
VOF.
It's like you want to trade options, and you want to know why options. You need to be asking yourself, you're like, why?
VOF.
Because you don't want to be buying options. That's just me telling you the end result of what you need to learn. Randy, the Zoom is, if you want to go check out the Zoom, you can over there. I just mentioned, it says today we'll test if the Zoom runs fine. If you prefer doing the Zoom,
commerce on social media platforms, that's
go over to the Zoom.
Victor, RZLV.
Shot.
So let me know, Dustin. I don't really talk about things continuously, like a topic, if the person I'm talking to isn't interacting with me. Because I don't even, I'm not sure if you're even still here. You could be just a passerby. So, if you're going to converse with me, say something back, and then I know that you're learning. Okay, there you go. You say absolutely. I appreciate that. Yeah. So okay. So now we can build on the conversation. Um, I mean, Randy, for example, who just popped in, Ken it says there, Ken, he's working on mastering selling options. The way that most options sellers do it safely,
Coke.
and that is selling credit spreads. But see, um, it just
BYU.
depends on what you want to do. I currently buy primarily safe stocks, just looking to branch out and learn different means of investing. Okay. I'm at work myself. Have this streaming and following along. All right, Dustin. So,
BYU.
okay. So you have work. You work. He has to learn like I did, not to get in risky moves. Yeah. Um, yeah. So you're at work, which tells me, you probably should learn my put credit spread trading system
BYU.
because it's low stress, like 20 to 40 day swing trades using
SYRA.
special aspects about options. You create these spreads. It's not the same as buying options. You're selling options. You're selling long shots. Okay. I mean, that's essentially
BOF.
what it is. You're selling long shots. Somebody says, hey, there's a 20% chance that,
Swin.
a stock's going to go down when it's so obviously going up. And you go, all right, I'll sell you that. And so
Amat.
you do. And then over the
Lucid.
course of the next 10 or 20 days, which is about halfway through the trade,
Lucid.
halfway through what they bought from you, you close it out at a profit, at about 50% profit or more. 50% of what your expected
DJT.
profit would be in total. Anyway, I can't really teach you the whole thing right here,
Lucy.
but I think that will be a really good method for you, especially since you said you like to
Lucy.
mess around only with solid stocks.
Lucy.
DJT.
That's good. How do I stay over in OBS? Let me see. Okay. If I click over here, over here. Right. So you should click the link to come join my group
Amat.
at the free level.
DKNG.
Lucy.
Until you're confident enough with me
DKNG.
uh, and the group,
Amat.
and that you'll have the time to study at night. And I have
Lucy.
Thursday night master classes and stuff like that. Then you can
YORZ.
buy a subscription to the group. It's a week free trial once you finally get to that level. But you can just join in for free. Just come in for free. And all right, Randy. That's not what Rommel said. Rommel said that it's pretty crisp. It looks pretty crisp to me. Can't make out numbers. Okay, the numbers will be blurry, but you can make them out. And you don't need to,
AFRM.
because I'm not even showing all those little teeny weeny things. You're just looking at the charts. Because we talked the other day, and you said you guys don't even really look at those little teeny things. Maybe it should be blurry, but it should be visible because I think it's going out at 720p, maybe 1080p. And Marcus just said it looks good to him. Like, for instance, Marcus, what is this price level right
BOF.
here that I'm indicating
BBRG.
by wiggling
BOF.
around? And maybe Randy, anybody can tell me what is this price level all the way to the right here, or the one in green over here, there, this green right here, price level.
BOF.
Let me see if I can adjust some setting. I'm talking about on the Zoom, Randy. You should be able to clearly see that. I think not clearly, not clearly, but you should be able to see it well enough. Because I mean, I'm zooming in on it, and I can see what you guys should be seeing. And yeah, it's a little blurry, but it's quite visible. Technically, it should be going out at 1080p, and it should be pretty crisp, actually.
Amat.
Pretty crisp, but I probably do need to make some adjustments in the video settings. All right, Dustin. Oh, there you are, Dustin. You mentioned something. Dustin, ha ha ha. I am a visual learner, so am I. That makes me a good match for you because I'm a visual teacher. Would you say that, Marcus? Or looks good, can't see the number. Oh, and
BOF.
Randy and Rommel. Am I a visual teacher? Yeah, that's definitely how I teach. And I'm also like you when you said the why, you like to know the why of things. That's exactly. And then Marcus just said, yes, I am a visual teacher. That's the reason I jumped on to watch and learn. I'll check it out. I used to
BOF.
follow you on Wednesday TikTok lives a while back. Just got busy with work. All right, Dustin. Yeah, I'm trying to get TikTok live streaming permission. It's like I can go live from my phone, but I'm trying to get permission right now to connect to TikTok through the computer and then be able to stream my screens and stuff. Sort of like gamers. I need like gamer streaming approval. Once that happens, I'll be back on TikTok again. In the meantime, I'm not. And then somebody else just said, what was that? Yes, and I like how you say things like it or not. Yeah, it's tough to hear. You know, it's the older I get, or let's say the more experience and years I have under me as a teacher, I understand how important it is. The saying,
SOXS.
when the student is ready, the master appears. It's sort of like saying, it sort of goes hand in hand, but not really. This isn't the best way to put it, but it goes hand in hand with saying, cast not pearls before swine. It's which means, um, don't waste your breath arguing with pigs is what it says, but the it was trying to say don't waste your time conversing with those who don't want to listen. Now that's the worst, that's not even the worst student that could appear, right? But that's the definitely the wrong end of the spectrum. That's not even the worst that could appear. You could have a vile, belligerent, unappreciative asshole. Right? I mean, that's, and that's probably not even the worst. You could have one that's vindictive. I mean, we could get really all the way over there, right? But at least I want to be not casting pearls before swines. That would be good. So there has to be this humility, this humbleness, this moment where a person says, you know what? I like this guy. I want to learn. I like this guy. Everything he
CRM.
says, I'm understanding. Versus other people, um, I feel like I'm
CRM.
getting a lot more juice out of this guy. He just clicks with me. He matches my brain and communicates in
IREN.
my way. Because believe me, there's hundreds. Well, there's probably not
BOF.
hundreds of good mentors out there, but there's probably 40
IREN.
minimum great mentors out there. The problem I have is so many of them don't teach at my brainwave level, and I have to work really hard to understand what those particular guys are trying to say, or girls. And I have to work so hard to interpret that, triangulating by watching more than 3 videos of theirs or something on the same subject,
CRM.
what the hell they're
Xrem.
trying to say, because they're not saying it right. They're not saying it at my brainwave level. So I'm going to pipe back in here now. And so that's important. So, you can honestly pick many mentors out there. Go with the one that clicks for you. Why would I want, you're not going to last
BOF.
with me 2 or 3 weeks or a month
BCDA.
if, why would I want you to, why would I
BCDA.
force you to come, be my
BCDA.
student if I'm not resonating with you, I'm not clicking with you, it's not coming across. I teach a certain way. I do believe it's the most universal way you can explain things. So, I think that 70% plus of people will really learn what I'm trying to explain. But hey, if it's not clicking, it's not clicking. So there's going to come a moment when you're ready. And until that moment
BCDA.
happens, I'll be here. And so when that moment happens, until that moment happens, come to my Discord for free and just be able to hang out there and be able to just kind of like lurk and see what's going on every now and then. Eventually, if you take it to the next level, you take it to the next level. But I can't. I get excited when
Lucy.
someone's ready for me to help them take it to the next level. I don't get excited when somebody thinks that maybe they'll take it to the next level. I don't get excited about that.
Lucy.
Like, I'm here to teach students who want to listen. What's up, Randy? Oh, you're
Lucy.
showing me a screenshot? Okay. Can I get rid of?
Lucy.
Let's see, I'll make this a little like sure. I guess get rid of
Lucy.
participants. Though I see you're all in here. Participants.
Lucy.
I even maybe want to
Lucy.
hide my view
Lucy.
over here. Can I do that? View,
Lucy.
hide self view. Wasn't quite it.
CRM.
Hide speaker,
Lucy.
gallery.
Lucy.
Cursive? No,
Lucy.
that's definitely not it. Well, anyway, I can't quite see what you're saying, Randy, and I'm going to have to get rid of the participants list to be able to see that. Let's see. We have 8 minutes until the market opens. Okay, there we go. Ramos says, I'm 42 years old, and I've seen a lot of people that they don't teach. They just care about getting pay. Yeah. And from you, I see something different. You do explain things. Yeah. I mean, look, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me to toot my own horn. It just doesn't work. It just no one gets, any skeptical person out there thinks, oh, what a jerk off, he's tooting his own horn. But the truth is that I do not what the level of what I teach nowhere near equals the level of what you guys pay for it. And I mean by that is that I teach more. I go above and beyond the Call of Duty. That's because it's not about the money for me. I have my money. And that said, it helps pay the electricity bills or some couple meals here and there to have you guys as subscribers. But mostly, I've talked about it before. It's the can of tuna rule. If somebody's not willing to pay to be taught,
Lucy.
I've done this before. I've just been a free giver. I teach for free. And the amazing thing is
Lucy.
a huge portion,
BCDA.
maybe 80% of the people then that show up for free things are assholes. I mean, they're just unappreciative jerks. And to remove that noise, I could tell them to give me just a dime. Show up, just give me a nickel. A nickel. Give me a nickel. And they won't do it. And so I have this can of tuna fish roll. It's like, if you can't give me $1, to show up, then I know you're not going to be appreciative. And then they're like, but I don't even have $1. And I'm like, well, how about a can of tuna fish? Can you grab that from your cupboard and just, you have to give me something. If a person can't give something to show up, and it's like no skin off their back, it's just something they had laying around. But in this world, in this virtual world, it's easier to make that money. They're not going to be appreciative. And then I don't need to deal with all the
BOF.
bullshit that comes out of people who aren't appreciative. So, because I've been there, I've done that. I did that for years. I've had waves where I gave it another shot. Let's see if people have changed, and people don't change. They're by default. The majority of people are assholes and jerks, immature, unappreciative, slanderous, you name it. And then they take what they thought you were, their judgment of you, and then they go slander that out there, and that's not even the truth. They just say just terrible things. They just want to say terrible things, and you're like, look, if you stuck around for more than 5 minutes, you would have known what you just said is just completely untrue. In the meantime, it's just I'm dealing with bullshit, and it just becomes noise. It just becomes noise for you guys and for them and for me. It becomes a waste of time. So the older I get, the more experience I have as a teacher, I should say, because this could happen for a
BOF.
20-year-old who's a prolific teacher. If you have a lot of experience as a teacher, it starts
BOF.
to become really true that when the student is ready, the master appears. That
BOF.
philosophy is how it's just gotta
BOF.
be. So anybody who wants to learn,
BOF.
uh, you're welcome to. And you might be able to learn something for free. That's good. That's great. That's fine. But if you really want to learn, then I ask you to fucking
BOF.
pony up. I don't care if it's a nickel. You will show me that you want it, and then it makes it worth my time. I still teach the same, no matter if I did it for free or if I did it for money. I teach exactly the same. My heart's in the exact same place. It's just mano a mano, human to human. Uh, but yeah, I filter out a lot of the noise by making sure people have a subscription. I don't really care if they do or they don't. I'm sure Randy and Rommel and you guys, you probably noticed that.
DSX
I give away a
membership
lot of stuff for
announcing
free,
time
and
charter
sometimes you're
contract
probably like,
for MS for
can I just hang
MDPSI
around for
Pegasus for
free?
cargo
I
ocean
mean, you do get a lot of
transportation. Help
extra
extend the
value
export.
when you pay, but you know, I give away so much for free that some people, who have a borderline situation, can choose to just be hanging around for free, and they'll get what they get hanging around for free, which is a lot from me. But man, you get a whole lot more when you go to the next level. All right, that's
BOW.
that about that. Thank you very much for asking. We got 1 minute before the market opens. I've been trying to
Lucy.
do something with this here on shot, and I know Lucy is also keeps going higher and higher.
Lucy.
And yeah, we'll see. Lucy might be a nice trade at the open. And the open is happening in 1 minute, 60 seconds. It looks like you sent me something, Randy. Maybe a screenshot. Let's see. Okay, that's what you see. Oh, that's extra blurry. Marcus, can you go to a private message on Discord? Send me a screenshot of how you see it. Well, maybe you're on your phone. I don't know, but either one of you, Rommel or
Lucy.
Marcus, because that seems a little bit too blurry
Lucy.
for Randy.
Lucy.
Maybe he has a bad connection or there's something he can do about that. I don't know.
BOF.
See, I'm going to see.
Lucy.
There might be. I have to turn on this thing called HD. Okay, let me know if that's any better. I just turned on high
Lucy.
definition. So maybe that makes it a little bit better, Randy. That's a setting in Zoom. So little by little, we tweak it to be
BOF.
better. It might take It might take a minute for it to warm up to be better. I just clicked it. It should be better. Um, so the answer has to be yes. Just maybe it's not the greatest, but it should be better than the last one. It's a step up, I think, when I clicked that button just now. But if it's not, yeah, it's okay. You tell me. All right. I'm going to attempt to
Lucy.
unload some of these shares right around high a day on shot. Let's see if it can do it. Otherwise, I'm going to flatten out if it drops, but let's see. Lucy is moving right out of the gate. Yes. Send me another screenshot, Randy, because now that I turned on HD of a very similar area, try to show me the same area of the screen. I do believe it should be improved. Is it perfect? No, but I mean, it should be improved. And let me see if that's true. And if it's not true, then I want to know that too. Oh, where did you just posted it? You sent it? Okay. I meant in a private message, but okay. Let's see. Somebody just sent. All right, that was Rommel. I mean, it looks pretty good to from Rommel, doesn't it?
BOF.
I mean, I'm looking at Rommel's right now. It looks pretty good. All right, AFRM today could be a good put credit spread entry, Randy, because
US
I guess
markets
they
are
had really
open.
good earnings. Looks like my Vox is selling.
IDR. Big
Vox.
spread.
Where's Vox?
BCDA.
Vox. I gotta exit on Vox. Okay,
BOF.
Randy, you just sent me what I was asking in the private message.
Lucy.
Okay.
VOXX.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Well, let me see.
MULN.
DLTH.
Bollinger Motors,
You know,
we
honestly,
that's 20
I do
TDC
think
equipment
that it's a
dealerships,
little bit
including
improved,
retail and
Randy.
service network.
It is,
That's Michael
but
did a formally in
it's still
November.
about 70% shitty,
DLTH.
right? So, but the thing is, Ramos looks really good. So I think it has
BOF.
something to do. No, I think I'm able to,
CURI,
you know, even though I
Curiosity
can't
Channel
read
launches on
some of the
Vodafone TV
numbers
Play,
and
that's
letters,
Tele-Uniform
I
Romeo
think I'm
Juliet,
able to
Nebraska
see them
Delta.
slightly better.
BCDI.
Was this one
BCDA.
Shot? Okay, so we got Lucy and AFRM and Shot and BOF, by the way, moving. I'm up 75%
REN.
on BOF.
SYF.
Very
INDX.
nice move
LEXX,
there.
Lexaria's second GLP-1 human pilot study shows zero
And that's
adverse events
moving,
in
so that might be something
dehydroted
you
processed
want to try
oral
day trading.
capsules. That's limited
So Randy, I think it
X-ray.
might be. It also might be your internet connection and how Zoom is saying, "Hey, I'm," you know, because Rommel's looks pretty good. Look at Rommel's. He just posted it to the group. It's a screenshot
OII, Oceaneering awarded
of
multiple
his
North Sea
computer
vessel
screen,
contracts.
so it
That's
already
offshore
should be a
India,
little bit
India.
crappier looking because it's a screenshot of a screen instead of a.
BOF.
It's a camera shot of a screen instead of a screenshot from inside whatever he's looking at. And I would say that the numbers are much more crisp than yours. So the output on Zoom is there. It's looking good. It's just on yours, it's extremely blurry. So there might be a setting somewhere for you that I'm not aware of that the
STDN.
Rommel is using
Watch
that
the spread.
allows your screen, your the stream to be higher quality.
BOF.
Now I'm wondering because if maybe it's a video,
VEEB.
IRN.
Watch the spread. BOF.
maybe that's why it's not so
STVN.
good.
Watch the spread.
DLTH.
BOF.
DLTH.
BOF.
Rommel's post is right in the main group
VEEB.
BOF.
on the
the spread.
Discord. On the Discord.
APLD. DLTH.
It's right there if you find it.
DLTH. DLTH.
Ooh, very nice. Finally getting
DLTH.
snap back on Netflix. Now, AFRM might be a buy this morning for put credit
PSNY.
spread. And Dustin, if you're still watching on the YouTube, that's the
PSNY.
that's the system we use. Okay, I'm gonna try and get an exit
DLTH.
at 67% max profit on Netflix here. If I can get that, I'll just let that sit.
DLTH.
all day. All right, good deal there. Ah,
ELTH.
now flat's crapping out. Gonna go ahead and crap shot. I said flat.
ELTH.
Shot is crapping out,
VOXX.
so I'm going ahead and I'm going to go ahead and flatten that position I was
Shot.
building. That we'll just have to mark that up as not working out.
VOSE.
However, what was the system again? You're not going to find it out there, Dustin, necessarily, because
VOXX.
um,
VNET.
it's something I put together. Two different systems I put together into one. So I call it the put credit spread system. And it's not really even that. What do we call it? Let me double check.
Lucy.
Options income strategy. Options income strategy.
Lucy.
But it's a put credit spread system. It's a, when I say system, I mean more
Lucy.
than a strategy. I mean like it's
VNET.
how to create a portfolio of
ECNET.
options income by selling the options. All right, man. Yeah, just talk with me
VNET.
at any time. Chat with me anytime. All right, now Lucy has pulled back.
VNET.
So has BOF. Those could
SMCX.
VMEA.
present uh, buying opportunities. Dip buys.
ALAB.
In the case of
Big
BOF,
spread.
I don't think so.
ALAB.
That looks like a
CRWD.
blow off top. I'm going to go
Watch
ahead
the
and
spread.
close out my entire
ALAB.
BOF position if it can't bounce here.
ALAB.
Dustin, that's funny.
VOSE.
Coming up at
Did you
10,
see Rommel's
ECS.
post, Randy? I didn't
July
hear back
Big
from you.
2%
spread.
is expected.
All right, the market is moving up on somehow on positive
VOSE.
numbers economically this morning, although
PLTR.
Nvidia was not super great, apparently.
APLD. Lucy.
I'm like right on the verge of closing out this BOF position. I think I'll just put it in the day trader here and then we'll just watch it. But I kind of wanted to watch shot for a possible bounce. Nope, doesn't look like it. Over on BOF, I'm ready to flatten.
Shares of Gap reversing sharply here and falling to new lows. That's Golf Alpha Papa, GAP.
BOF.
I got some exits on BOF.
BOF.
Opened.
BOF.
Next exit's at just under 3. That doesn't look super happening. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and flatten. I'm
VOXX.
gonna go ahead and flatten BOF, and it's Vox now, which is one of our
VOXX.
positions coming up and following through. It looks like.
STVN.
Oh yeah, that looks very
Watch the
nice.
spread.
I was considering adding this morning. I think I might do that at a day trade level and possibly trade around the core. Randy says, yeah, it does look a little better. I just tested the bandwidth here, 650 megabits per second. That's really good. Can't find any additional settings in
STVN.
YouTube, Discord, or
Watch
X
the
to
spread.
fix. But I'm talking about Zoom. But you know me, I'll keep at it. Don't know why yours is
SMCX.
so low. You need to check all your preferences and settings. Okay, ooh, there's a pretty decent pullback there on Vox. That's where I might buy more, see.
VOXX.
It's basically like a day 3 breakout on Vox,
VOXX.
which is indicating it's going to multi-day run.
STVN. Watch the spread.
Maybe go back to 620
SMCX.
XRTX.
area. Or Zoom either, yeah. What was the other issue you had the other day? Oh, audio. What about audio, Randy? Is that fine?
VOXX.
In Zoom, yes. Okay, well, we fixed that then. And it looks like we fixed the other thing too because Rommel's screen share looks good.
STVN. Watch the spread.
So we'll try this again tomorrow. In between now and then, go through your preferences, if not right now, so you can maybe see an improvement while we're doing it. Go through your preferences and see if
XRTX.
you can improve anything. All right, BCDA, BOF, XRTX, AFRM, ENLC, BOF,
XRTX.
kind of perking up.
STVN.
Lucy failing out.
STVN.
Vox with such a strong
the spread.
sell-off. What are you doing, Vox? Let's look at the daily.
BOF.
That's probably going to get bought up, but we shall see. $5 level probably. 480. Okay, well. That's Vox. JBDI is failing out as a IPO.
BOF.
Some promise extra push yesterday.
STVN.
Which
Watch the
looks to
spread.
be
STVN.
not following through this morning.
BOF.
Oh, what did I do there? Okay, go back to the 1 minute chart.
STVN. Watch the spread.
It does look like JBDI is going to try. But I might have to de-risk a little here. And
PMBP.
potentially get back in on a trigger point on a pivot breakout.
BOF.
Let's see. UMA.
BOF.
All right, we're 12 minutes into the trading day. Let's look at NVIDIA. And remember I mentioned
BOF.
that there could be a put credit spread opened on AFRM if it provides. Yeah, so NVIDIA is not doing super great this
Assistant.
morning, and yet the market, is putting in a pretty nice supportive morning. So that's very interesting. It's very, very, very interesting that the market is leaving NVIDIA behind, not the other way around. Because NVIDIA has been a huge pressure on the index, but somehow
XRTX.
the market wants to believe that it's an isolated incident with NVIDIA. And let's see, Randy says, I think we're comparing apple to apples by comparing screenshots. It looks clear on my iPad too, but it's much smaller screen. Still working to fix. Maybe do a system restart again.
XRTX.
Okay. There's probably some settings, but keep tweaking around at it. Settings there.
XRTX.
Let's see here. I'm 36% gains on my
BCDA.
MNTS short.
XRTX.
That looks like this, by the way, MNTS.
BCDA.
So yeah, that's looking rather lovely.
APDN.
And I'll probably sell into a buy to cover into 70 cent through the move to 70 cents. Looks like I do not have any
APDN.
take profit set on that, so I'm going to set that now.
BOF.
Cover my first bit right here. There, and then set some more to cover at 76-ish.
BOF.
XRTX.
And
XRTX.
71.80, somewhere around there. And should I get it? 67s. Probably not even aggressive enough. Probably need to put some interims
XRTX.
in there.
BBY. ATAT.
Put another interim right there at 74.50. All right, so that'll be almost 50% gains as those continue to
ATAP.
exit on my short there. Looking good. Lucy curving way up.
XRTX.
That'd be an entry. Coming out of the
Lucy.
bottom there. I'm surprised it didn't just
Lucy.
get filled. It must be halting. Ah, as a matter of fact, that's what happened. Lucy is halted. Okay, well,
Lucy.
missed the boat, I would say, for a day trade on Lucy. Now,
Lucy.
going back to
Lucy.
looking at AFRM, let's see how it's holding up. That looks good. It's holding up well.
Lucy.
I'm going to pick up a put credit spread on AFRM.
Lucy.
And I
Lucy.
also bought some shares in pre-market. AFRM, October 18. Just to check the liquidity, 100,000 options traded today so far. That's pretty liquid. The 18 delta is about the best I could get at 32.50. Yeah, that's way down there. Very safe. 35. Probably risk it.
BOF.
That's 27 delta. That's really pushing things.
BOF. AFRM.
The time is in the sweet spot. It's 50 days to expiration, but the delta is 18. All right, well, let's see.
VTAK.
$5 of risk, I would get 65 cents credit. That's not good enough, I don't think. 435. A 14.9% credit. See, the
AFRM.
volatility is crushing too much. How about the $2.50 with 41 cents out of 209? There we go, 19.6.
TOVX.
All right, so if I can get that. So I will get 4 of those, I believe. Let's see. Yeah. And send and
VTAK.
fill. Got the fill. Excellent. All right. So there you go. Opened up the AFRM put credit spread position for the next 2 weeks. All right. Putting that in the right spot.
XRTX.
Okay, back to any of these day trade / swing trade penny stocking opportunities. BOF, yes, we're watching. BOF has failed out. I
Big spread.
dumped BOF on that huge sell-off. I believe I better have. Let me go double check. Yeah. And up on the day, over 50%. And Lucy, we're just watching to come out of the halt. Be interesting to
XRTX.
see if we can get some kind of a position on it if it's going to be acting like this. But by the end of the day, it'll be a little bit more obvious.
XRTX.
You know, now that I think about it, Randy. Oh, I don't know if you're still here.
BOF.
Let's see, Randy. Maybe the YouTube is better for you then.
TCBP.
And Rommel, maybe the YouTube is better. You guys, tell me if the YouTube is better.
BOF.
Go check the YouTube and see if the YouTube is better for you. If it is, then just go to
BOF.
be on the YouTube, and then we can just not even do the Zoom, except for classes. Participants, where are you guys? There we go. Marcus, I just pasted the link. Check it out. See if the quality is any better for it or whatever, and let me know over on the YouTube. This is better or same.
XRTX.
See AFRM coming back up again. So nice. I got in on the dip there then.
AFRM.
Yeah, shot continues to
AFRM.
fail out. That was a tough one. Had to take an L on that. Was really hoping it would perk up and move back to highs. It did not. It broke down. BOF. Hey, forget it. But Lucy still looks good and it's halted up. Lucy still looks good. Not sure if I'm going to take It
Assistant.
looks the same for me, says Rommel. Okay. So you're getting it good in either place. Mostly I did the Zoom for Randy and maybe Marcus because he's so accustomed to it. But Marcus, if you
BOF.
are able to do the YouTube too, and then Randy might eventually do the YouTube as well.
BOF.
A nice byproduct, Randy. I don't know if you're still there.
AMPX.
A nice byproduct, Randy, of doing it on the YouTube
BOF.
is it's recorded. It'll be there afterwards. You don't need to record it because I know you
BOF.
like to record the streams. That'll save you from having to record the morning streams because every morning stream will be on record there over on the YouTubes. That I don't know if Randy's still listening, or
BOF.
any of you who like to record. Mark, some of you like to record. I know Michael. Where's Michael?
BOF.
Michael's been MIA. Maybe he went on a cruise.
XRTX.
Anytime you guys go MIA, I'm just gonna assume you went on a cruise. That'll be perfect. All right, let's see. I don't see any other interesting opportunities. Let's see what multi-day runners, prior multi-day runners,
Ray.
might be having a strong day
Shares of
today.
Gap falling to the lows
EOS, which
now,
I'm in,
22.10 following their
and yes, I
early
have my
earnings
profits
release.
set on that.
BCDA.
EOS is moving
GAP.
now. A multi-day runner that has
BCDA.
that's having a good day. You could buy those dips. You could day trade that in addition
NVD.
to being in the swing trade. It's day tradable. Some of that with EOS. That's looking rather strong. But what I'd like to do is for the day trading, buy into the dips and just sell into the moves back to the top of the dip, which is usually high of day. Something like that. Like a little scalping. This EOS doesn't look hot enough, but yeah, it could work.
Coming up at 10, pending home sales for July, expecting plus 0.2%.
Just looking at it right here now.
DLTH.
Anyway, it's moving already. It's perking up and getting ready to break out. But that'd be a breakout entry. That's different than a dip buy entry. WOK, which I got in yesterday, also doing well. I'm not sure if I've set take profits on that, so I'll probably go ahead and take a piece out right now manually. That's what I'll do. At the high of the day, which is just underneath 4. This was a recent IPO. And I do not believe I have any profit target set on that yet, but it looks like it could easily break over 420. So I'll put
PLAB.
2
Big
orders
spread.
up to there and then just let those be open for the next few days. Walk now BOF, which I got out of. Yeah, continuing to fail out. So look at that. That's a parabolic top. Shortable if I can get it. Let's see. Short sale restriction might have got turned on. It's about 70 cents a risk.
XRTX.
140 shares to the top. And then here we go. Let's see if it'll even give it to me. No, there are no sufficient shares available at Schwab. So not my fault, but I would have liked to have shorted that. Oh well. Pretty good too because, yeah. But another time to short in the framework. Let me show you here. SBOF.
PSNY.
Oh yeah, I can do some drawing with Zoom. I wonder if if it'll go out in the stream with the drawing. Where's the damn drawing tools? What do they call it? Annotation? Where are drawing tools? Oh, you can't draw on your own. It won't give me drawing tools. All right. Well, what I was going to say is that from here, price could go down for a few days, and then, or even tomorrow, this could happen, and then it will bounce. That in itself is a day you could day trade, but that's beside the point. Then it will come and try to attempt to reach highs,
XRTX.
and then on one of those days, it will reverse to come back down again
PSNY.
to test the other level. And if you notice, where's the arrow here? There it is. If you notice, that then becomes
VOXX.
another moment where you could
PSN.
go
You
short,
rate say,
and it's at a better
can
price
you
with the
rate
stop
C
at the
neighbor
previous
mission?
highs, 270, a rounded
Speedus
number,
says multiple
Lucy.
and the entry
flyers
there
have
will
been
be
detected on Greek flagged oil
230,
tanker,
or
but
maybe you
still
get in
no
at
oil
220
spill.
or 210, but that's better than where it is right now, which is 187. For short, the higher you can get in, the better. And then that could be for a return to wherever it bounced. You could figure that risk reward, and you could get a much better short trade when it tries to get back up, tucks under the previous highs. Now, sometimes those trades won't work out, and you'll have to cut out of them. But in those cases, that means that BOF, whatever trade it was, has turned into front side.
BOF.
That the parabolic short, parabolic exhaustion day was not a parabolic exhaustion day, and that it is going to go multi-day. It's going to run. It becomes a multi-day runner, which by definition can include pullbacks like this, what looks to be like a parabolic exhaustion J like today, that could pull back for a couple days
BOF.
and then eventually perk back up, get up to the highs, and then break out and continue. And now it's a multi-day runner, and that it's not just a one-day flash in the pan, which is what most of them are. So you would short and then lose that trade, close it out if that happened, and then but in that moment you realize, wait a minute, then therefore this is still on front side of the trade. It's still long, it's still going up, and then you can make a decision there whether you want to buy the breakout or just keep it on watch and try to wait for the next pullback
PSNY.
for the third wave, or what. You can do a breakout entry, which is perfectly fine, but your risk to stop would be to the bottom of the recent base.
Assistant.
That could be a really wide base.
VOXX.
It depends. Every pattern presents its own risk rewards,
XRTX.
and then strategy wise, you can wait for a pullback into the base. So
Yeah.
that is I don't know if that's informative for some of you. That is
XRTX.
another thing I wanted to point out there is that you could short after the bounce a couple days from now, as it comes back in to highs and tries to retrace. It usually fails, especially if this was a parabolic short day where volume was pretty decent. It doesn't always have to be higher than the first catalyst day, but yeah, typically a gap up open, then push up, and then come back down red, turn red. That's an exhaustion event. That's typically a top on the market, on stocks, on everything. Very hard to recover from that kind of exhaustive pressure. So when it comes back up, if you can get yourself a signal to go short something, anything, red under green, anything on the daily or something like that, a gap open topping exhaustion candle up here, then you could be shorting in this upper region at 230, for example, with a stop at 270. That's only 40 cents of risk. That's only 40 cents of risk, and from 230, $1.90 would be 1-to-1.
IMPP.
To say nothing of a return, to the like $1.50,
Gap is halted
which
for
would be at
news.
2-to-1.
Golf Alpha
So
Papa
that's pretty
halted
good.
pending news.
Shorting is still not great as an asymmetric. and beautiful as longing, but it can be something that can be there for you when you get good at this stuff. And I don't recommend shorting, by the way, without many months of paper trading practice, because the asymmetric risk can, well, like, you could lose more than you have. Did you know that? Is that possible? Anybody? You can lose more money than in your account by shorting. So you don't want to be a fucking idiot. Yeah, you want to get to the point where you're no longer a fucking idiot, to be sure, or you're gonna be fucking broke. And beyond broke. So you gotta practice first. I would suggest, because a lot of people don't, like, if you don't know you're a fucking idiot, I can tell you. If maybe you need that,
TOVX.
you just let me know. I'll let you know if you're a
TOVX.
fucking idiot. But if you don't know you're a fucking idiot, then you haven't reached that stage yet. You need to know. Like, at a certain point, you need to realize, am I a fucking idiot? Yeah, you may have a lot to learn. When you finally realize that you have a lot to learn, then you can go through that phase of learning, and you can be
Pending home
cautious, and you
sales,
can watch out, and you
minus
can be careful. You can realize
5.5%
you don't know everything.
versus plus
And
0.2%
by the
expected.
way, I still
Pending home sales
completely
index in
say
July,
that I don't know
70.2
everything.
versus
And then, by the way,
74.3
you
futures.
couldn't know everything about trading in the stock market. I've
VOF.
said this many times. You cannot learn everything there is about the stock
S&P
VOF.
market
futures now
or
spiking to the
finance,
highs.
let's call it, the whole in general category, in a single lifetime. There's so much to learn, and it would not be really productive for you to learn everything, unless you're an astrophysicist or something. And you need that information to comprehensively develop your equation for the universal law of everything. But you need to niche up and focus on something and
BCDA.
master, ideally a maximum of 3 things, one thing.
BLYM. Big spread.
All right. Yeah, real talk. All right. So that's the morning show for you. By the way, there's like an extension a filter I can put on my mic over in the stream, and
BLYM.
amazingly enough, it puts I think it's a 2 or 4 second delay on the stream, and then AI is constantly transcribing what I'm saying. And if I were to say a slanderous
BLYM.
word like fuck or whatever, it will beep it out. So beep. Yeah, I should probably put that on the stream. The Zoom, it probably will be
BCDA.
unfiltered, but yeah, the Zoom is for members only. But the
BCDA.
stream would beep it out.
KOKHA,
That'd
United
be pretty
Airlines,
funny. Maybe I'll
petitioning
slap that
to
on there.
block
BLYM.
the last
All right,
minute
everybody, it's been
Hawaiian
good.
Airlines
Have a good
callback to the
BCDA.
morning,
Department of
everyone.
Transportation memo.
I'll see you back in the group, and we'll talk about tickers there.
BLYM.
Wow, there's a lot of green in the growth stocks. We're about 80% green off of the open on growth stocks. There's going to be a ton of opportunity today for opening put credit spreads.
BCDA.
So keep an eye on those, and look at them and do your put credit spread due diligence for potentially getting positions over there. All right. Have a good one,
BOF.
everybody. See you back in the group.